Okay,
the fabric.
all of that. And so some of this is actually adhering to the bone of the mandible?
It is lightly adhering. There are also, mixed in with this are plant roots, which you can see here and here.
And the root you just mentioned, it seems, does it basically go sort of under the tape and then come out and around the mandible?
It appears to, but I don't know what position it was in originally.
Let's go back to the original photograph, please. Okay, so as you said, in this case, you've actually lifted the edge of the tape up so that you can appreciate that. Does this also indicate that there's multiple layers of tape?
Yes.
Anything else of significance in this photograph?
I don't believe so.
We'll move on to the next photograph, please. This would be CV for identification. Do you recognize this as a photograph of the tape after it's removed?
I do.
And it fairly and accurately depicts the appearance of the tape after it was removed?
It does.
This time, Your Honor, move into evidence, State's Exhibit CV for identification.
It will be received in evidence of State's number.
You may publish.
You may publish.
All right, just describe for us what we're looking at here.
Well, this is what the tape looked like after I separated it from the rest of the remains. And it is the gray or silver tape, and you can see that there's been quite a bit of separation of the layers of the tape, and much of the fabric, the backing, is completely separated from the tape itself.
By the fabric backing, do you mean this example being this part I've just circled?
Yes.
Now, was that tape taken into evidence and released to the representatives of the Federal Bureau of Investigation?
Yes.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
Marked as KM for identification.
This is an evidence bag labeled with the unidentified skeletal remains and the number for this case and the date and my initials.
Is that the bag into which the tape was placed when you released it to the FBI?
It is.
We could have the next photograph, CW. And do you recognize State's Exhibit CW?
I do.
And is that a close-up photograph of an emblem that appeared on the tape?
It is.
And is it a true and accurate photograph of its appearance when you had it photographed?
It is.
This time you moved to the State's Exhibit CW.
You received in evidence of State's number.
You may publish.
You may publish.
Yes, sir. This is a photograph of a label on the tape.
Yes, it is.
And was this label clearly visible on the tape, even in its deteriorated condition?
It was.
This obviously is the tape. Has the tape been cleaned of dirt at this point?
No. There was no attempt to clean the tape at all.
But so there may be parts we can see once it's cleaned that we can't see now.
Correct.
Thank you. If we could go on to State's Exhibit DD. Now, State's Exhibit DD in evidence, do you recognize that as a photograph of one of the items that was brought to your facility by Investigator Hansen?
Yes, I do.
Does that fairly accurately depict the appearance of the item at the time you saw it?
It does.
It's time to move into evidence. State's Exhibit DD for identification.
You received in evidence of State's number.
Yeah, publish.
You may publish.
All right, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at a fabric laundry bag.
And is this one of the items that we saw in the first photograph I showed you, sort of everything in a big bag, if you will, or in the body bag.
It is,
So this item's taken out and displayed separately.
correct.
Next photograph, please. DE. Do you recognize this photograph?
I do.
Is this a photograph of a different aspect of the same item?
It is.
Does it fairly accurately depict the appearance of the item?
It does.
At this time, Your Honor, move into evidence, State's Exhibit DE.
It will be received in evidence as states numbered.
May I publish?
You may publish.
All right, so what are we looking at here? Pardon me.
Like,
Sorry. I'll talk loud.
All right, folks, let's move on.
Sir, what is this item?
this is the fabric laundry bag. We're looking at it from the side. It consists of a sack, really, of canvas type off-white fabric, and the opening is has a rigid ring-like structure that's designed, I think, just to keep it open.
Is the inside of the bag covered with some waterproofing of some sort?
Yes, I believe it had some type of coating on it that I don't know if it was waterproof or just resistant to moisture.